reason you could ride with those other guys. But be advised, long thinking never falls short. Like hieroglyphics that were written on the ball court. I rest my word on the streets like a bed of nails. Head or tails, we'll get down till the best prevails. Life is more than just a dream when your team's strong. We write anthems, this is more than just a theme song. Shooters and assist men. Get your weight up, little homie, you risk then. We eat our dinner here, no free wins here. Fairy tales of Guinevere's. Lean in, let me bend his ear. Rock bees on our winter wears. Welcome to Benom, the home of the phenoms. It's only one city that we lean on. We call that. That's what 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 we call that. That's
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me? Boys, can you hear me? Let me know. Oh, what? A different voice? What the heck is going on here? Well, in case anybody is not familiar with me, fair enough. It's been a while since I've actually talked. Granted, as a matter of fact, this is it's funny I said that. You know what? I have to double back immediately. That's actually not true. The latest JoyCon Boys Direct, if any of you guys actually caught it, I was in it. You might not have known because I was putting on different voices, but Arias and I, speaking of which, and I want to give a big shout out to Arias, he's been holding things down when it comes to the live streaming, and I hope you guys have been enjoying those. I think he has a lot of fun, so I hope you guys are having fun with him. But I was in there. There was a couple different things we kind of tweaked around with to see, all right, what voice could we do, whatever, for the announcements and whatnot. I don't know if anybody caught it, but I was trying to do a Sonic voice. I think the audio was just a little funny, and so it was hard to probably tell, but I was trying to put on a Sonic voice for that particular direct. And then I also did, which was really fun. I was actually really enthusiastic about it because I'm like, yo, let me do a little Smash Bros homage. And when we got to, what part was that? That was a pretty decent ways in. I think it was announcing for Sakurai Afro, and what the heck was the line I had? I can't even think right now. But I did it in like the trying to emulate the announcer voice, like, ready, go! Like I tried to do. And I had a really good freaking time with that. We had a really fun time putting that direct together. I mean, first of all, again, like with Arias, his editing is just, it's fantastic, and I love to tell him because it's like, geez, man, maybe you guys would agree with me, but his freaking editing skills, you would think he was like an ex-Nintendo employee who just went rogue and is just showing off his skills elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like, he does a freaking fantastic job. I think he's really freaking talented. And again, like, I haven't really talked with you guys, and this is, well, the freaking name of it should probably give it away, but I'm just testing this out because if, in case you didn't notice, if you happen to be on mobile, also hello to you, Queen. Hello to you, Toby. Hello to you, Zuras. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I apologize. I really get on myself when I don't get somebody's name right. But this is apparently a new type of live stream, which is now possible on YouTube, where it specifically broadcasts to the YouTube Shorts tab. So that's where you guys should be seeing this live stream from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's where it is at. Granted, I think you guys still get notified for them, so it's like it's a normal stream, but in a different format. So I wanted to test this for us while we were at it, because Aries hasn't done it before. I've done it before elsewhere, so I'm like, let me see how this works out here on JCB. That's JoyCon Boys. Let me see how it works. And I wanted to touch base. I wanted to talk with you guys because I haven't really had the opportunity, right, to really talk with you guys on here, like, just kind of a one-on-one, or I guess in this case one-on however many of you guys pull through. Rolling a flat joint. Jesus, man. Careful with that. Make sure you drink water. Yeah. How you guys doing? It's good to finally just talk. It's been so freaking long since I really just touched base. Yeah, we're just keeping things rolling. We got a lot of stuff going on in the background. That's kind of always been the case. And I want to give you guys a little bit of transparency, right? These guys are working hard. And when I say these guys, I mean multiple boys that really freaking care, that freaking love this community. They love where it's at now, because I think we're at a pretty good stage now. I think that everybody's kind of just chilling, whatever we got to look forward to, we're all having a good time together. And it's just really great to see, because you guys freaking care so much, and I always love to acknowledge that, like you guys are some of the most caring people that are out there, period, because you still rock with it. You didn't forget, you didn't just move on, and that's everything. Gosh, let's see, kicking it with Aries for about 2 months. Nice. Wouldn't have guessed you were here too. Yeah, what it came down to is, and again, this is probably for those of you that really wouldn't know, but I had reached out to Aries, what was it, last year? Yeah, a little bit last year, maybe the year before that, and I just thought, like, what if we work together and we really try to just push this community forward, and prove that last line, one of those last lines that Des Etika said, like, wrong. Can we just do that? Can we make that happen? Can we prove that we're not that it's not that simple, that it wasn't just we're all gonna forget, we're just gonna move on, like it'll never happen. Like, no, that wasn't gonna be the case. And so here we are today, right? And again, I have been in a lot of ways, but I'm in a very blessed position when it comes to this, and I want to shout out JoyCon James as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys still remember him, of course, the freaking guy that started it all when it came to this channel, and freaking full credits to him, man. He tried to do his best to just hold things down after a really just a traumatic event for literally everybody, right? Not even just JoyCon Boys, but just people, period. Like, people who probably only just watched like a stream or two, or saw some highlight clips. Like, it shook the world, man. But I want to shout out again just JoyCon James, because it's thanks to him that I'm in this position now to be able to try to contribute whenever I have the opportunity. And I mean, who knows? This is the first time that we're really doing a stream like this. Obviously, it's a very different format. Maybe every now and then I can try to do these streams if that's something that, we can chill with and have a good time with, just chatting and whatnot. James, let me tell you, James is he's living life, man. He is focused on IRL, and that's the thing that happens. It's a natural thing for a lot of people, even just in our immediate circle. It's a natural thing that may come, especially when certain priorities come up. It happens, but he still cares. We check in on him. He checks in with us every now and then. He's still around, and we did have one of our particular announcements in the direct, right? And we're gonna have guests for the podcast, and there might be a familiar face that'll make an appearance sometime. That's all I'm going to say about that. What will I do to improve? Really, that's a question that, and he's not here obviously right now, but we'll probably, that's something that I think Arius and I would both probably want to answer together, if anything. But if I'm speaking as an individual, I think the way to improve it, and this is the thing, right, is what I'm going to say to that question. I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for Arius. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm just speaking for me. But It might be controversial. It might not be. Who knows? It's okay to disagree. I don't mind. But if you ask me what the community needs, and mind you, for the longest time, the sentiment was the exact opposite of what I'm about to say. Okay? So again, like I said, like it might be a controversial take or whatever you want to call it. Totally fine if not everybody agrees with this. If you ask me, it needs guidance, right? It needs a sense of direction. It needs a sense of, admittedly, leadership, right? Someone who, or a group of people who can make decisions, make moves, come up with ideas, execute those plans, put it out there for everybody to see, see how everybody enjoys it. If they don't, workshop it. What can we do next time? What can we do better? I think that that's what the community needs. And mind you, again, I'm going to acknowledge it again because for the longest time, it was kind of the opposite. And even to some degree, I might have even agreed with it too. Like the idea like, yo, nobody needs to lead it. Nobody needs to be in charge. It's not necessarily, and let me be very specific, right? I'm gonna be very specific so that it can't be misinterpreted. When I say leadership, I mean in regards to keeping the brand relevant, which is JoyCon Boys, right? It's a brand more or less, and the thing about it is that in order to keep things flowing, in order to get especially new boys, because think about it like this, right? And I've said this behind the scenes, talking with all the JoyCon boys that have been working freaking hard. And before I even continue, I'm gonna shout these freaking people out, man. Yo, Morris Young, G's Blast, Ka Ninja, freaking Arius again. I'm gonna shout him out again. I'm gonna shout out JoyCon James again. These freaking guys are working in as much as they can, dedicating their time, and I'm trying to work with them as well, just to figure out like what can we do. What can we do? How can we improve? What have we learned? What do we need to work on? Everything, man. These guys work hard, right? But right, and I before I lose track of where I was saying, so as far as leadership is concerned and why it's important, it's because first of all, you guys are dedicated, and I say this because you guys always come through. Whenever there's a new direct, whenever there's a live stream, whenever there's just a new upload period, you guys always freaking come through. And I've always said that behind the scenes, like, yo, this is the diehards. These are the diehard boys that are always gonna be there, and I freaking respect it. And so the thing is that while we've got, again, you guys are freaking dedicated. We got dedicated people who are already here. What'll be important to make sure that the JoyCon boys as a freaking community is never, ever, 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 ever left in the dust is to also be attracting new boys, new people out there, introducing them to the legacy, showing them, yo, this is the guy who started it all. This is why we care about him so freaking much. And hey, if you want to be a part of it, come on over. That's kind of how I look at it in terms of where the improvements would show is by being able to keep growing together. We got the people who are already here, who care so freaking much, who are always showing out and always showing love and support. And if we can keep drawing in new folks and showing them, hey, yo, this is a legacy right here. You can be part of it too. That's kind of how I see it personally. Again, and I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else. That's how I see it. I want this. Let me give another little bit of transparency. I want this to far surpass me and my involvement personally. I want it to go far beyond. Like maybe one day it might not even be me and Arius. Maybe one day it's gonna be different boys who have come up, who have worked hard, who have shown the love, shown the support, and like, yo, we care about Etika. Yo, we care about what he meant to us. Blah blah blah. And maybe they take over one day. It could even be a generational thing. We got boys who come in from new generations, and they come in and try to do what they can to keep showing love and keep things moving and keep making all these new things to look forward to. Like that's kind of how I see it. Like I see it as a long-term thing. I really do. Gosh, let me catch up on you guys' comments, man. Here, appreciate, acknowledge the passion it takes to even do something like this. It makes me feel like I ain't the only one who felt it strong. And you're not. You are not, my friend. You are not the only one. You freaking aren't, man. And you don't even need me here to prove that. I mean, heck, you don't even need Aras to prove that. You can look at everybody freaking around you, man. There's so much evidence and proof of that, man. We still care. We really freaking do. Finally found my lighter lighting this up. Jeez. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yo, make sure you got water handy. That's all. Everybody, for that matter, everybody drink freaking water, man. It is good for you. Let's see. If Etika didn't die, how would this channel's community evolve and increase members? Do you think? Oh man. Let me tell you, right? So let's say that hypothetical. I'm happy to introduce that hypothetical because, well, yeah, we don't love that, right? If he was still here, I'm gonna make a bold statement, right? But I freaking mean this. Yo, he'd be the top streamer, bro. Forget about anybody you think of, any of these other creators. I'm sure you could probably come up with names. Maybe some of you guys even watch these people today, who kind of have some similarities, loose similarities to him, whatever, what have you. Yo, he'd be on freaking top, man. Easily 1 million plus subscribers, probably followers across platforms, everything, man. Oh, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I probably would have had cameos from like artists and performers and all this other stuff, man. It just would have been next level. And it would be that easy for him. He had such a solid understanding of social media and how to operate. And mind you, he was operating based on the times, especially when it came to YouTube, because like he could be away for maybe some weeks or whatever, but the second he came back, everybody was there. Am I wrong? Everybody was there. He knew exactly how to market himself. He knew how to market the community, and he knew how to draw in new eyes no matter what. If he was freaking here right now, oh man. Like everybody, any and everybody who would feel any sense of competition when it comes to just performing well on social media and whatnot, like they would be sweating, dog. People would be freaking shaking in their boots like, yo, I don't think we can match him. I think it's the freaking truth. Maybe even one of the arguably the biggest content creator as well. I mean, you could even argue that to some degree. I think that just the momentum he had, especially when he deleted the first channel and then freaking started a new one, and was still managing to pull everybody in, because everybody's like, yo, where did he go? I'm trying to hang out. I'm trying to find him. And it was that simple. Like, none of these newer creators, man, have that. They really don't. And and it's not a disrespect. It's not out of spite or anything. It's just the kind of person that he was the kind of person who would stop everything he was doing, whether he was playing a game, whether he was listening to music, whether he was reacting to something. He would freaking stop everything he's doing, read out what somebody had to say, whether it was a donation or whatever, and he'd freaking talk to you like a freaking human being. He'd freaking acknowledge you as such, despite being in such a grandiose position, right? One of the biggest streamers at the time. But it didn't matter, man. He was still a freaking person like everybody else, and he wanted to acknowledge people as they are, as people like anybody else. And that's just who he freaking was, and that's who he freaking still is. That's who he still is, and that's who he freaking should be remembered as and remembered for, you know? Gosh, I'm sorry. I apologize if I'm really going off answering some of these questions, man. How about I am 9? So Cardinal, I want to give a shout out to Cardinal as well. And I understand, look, and this, so speaking of controversy, right? All right. I know, not everybody may be a fan of what happened when it regarded Cardinal specifically. I understand. I'm not going to tell you how to think. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. Here's what I am going to say, though. I think that we really, and when I say we, I'm just speaking more so in general. It's not necessarily about any particular people or what have you. It's not specified, right? But when it came to Cardinal Valerie, a.k.a. I am 9, a.k.a. Desmond's brother, Etika's brother, I think a lot of folks at the time, at least, would not think of what it was like to be in his position. I'm just giving you... Think of this as a lens from a different perspective, okay? Something that maybe you wouldn't consider, but at least if this is food for thought, if this like triggers some thought, it might be for the best, right? So in his position, this was a guy who was not like a freaking big social media influencer or anything like that, or wasn't spending every other day looking online trying to do it. I mean, this was a guy who was going to school, playing his favorite sport, basketball and all that. Like, this was a guy who was from a completely different world. from the JoyCon Boys anyway, because the JoyCon Boys, we're the kind of boys who were chilling online, looking for new gaming news, looking for freaking new TV shows to go crazy over, some freaking JoJo's, like something like that was that world versus the world that he was coming from. So he really didn't know a whole lot of things. This was fish out of water, you know. He was walking in not really understanding all the inner workings of the internet. I know that he did post some things. I think he used to post like basketball or something like that somewhere. But he really didn't know what he didn't know. And so this is why a lot of things didn't go the way that it probably could have. Because I mean, let me be honest with you. In an alternative universe, we probably would have seen the complete opposite results, where he came in, probably was surrounded by the correct people from the very beginning, didn't have any of the crazy, you know, controversies or beefs, whatever you want to call it. And he probably would have been sitting at a pretty substantial level in terms of social media, just not even just off the strength of being Etika's brother, but because this is a guy who has such insight that none of us have, bro. That's the thing. This is a guy who grew up with him. This is a guy that obviously knows the rest of the family, being from that same family. Like, and even to this day, man, and bear with me, right? Maybe you agree with me, maybe you won't. But do any of you guys just think like, yo, what if we actually did get some insight from him on things that we just would never know otherwise, and to really understand, yo, this is what made Etika who he was. This is where he came from. This is who he learned from. This is who he maybe looked up to. This is who he spent time with to just become the man that everybody freaking respected and still to this day loves. Like, think about that. And getting that insight, you can't really get that from just anywhere. You know what I mean? And so the way I see it, I personally, I'm going to speak for myself here, just for myself. You don't have to agree with me. It's all good. I would like to see Cardinal involved. If you ask me, I would like to see him being able to really just be making moves with the boys, with us, with everybody working together. For the longest time, it has been, there's different factions, right? There's different corners of the internet where the JoyCon Boys are, and it's freaking divided, right? It's been divided, and that's how I see it. I mean, brother, I've been watching this, man. I've been watching this for so long, and just seeing how it turned out, which, if I had to summarize, it's, for number one, division, where we have different factions that are in different corners of the internet, and they do spend their time, right? Like, they do dedicate time, and they still talk about him. They talk about their experiences with him, why he matters to them. And then you also have, how would I put it? You also have the situation where it's just been constant mourning, right, for a very long time. And I get it. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's unfortunate that was the case for so long, where it's just like for example, and I don't want to shout out this account on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, the Etika Memories account over on X, Twitter. Whenever you saw that account post, whenever I saw it anyway, and I just see all the replies, man, and it was just sadness, and I'm like, that is not what he would have wanted, man. That's not at all what he would have wanted. And if you and look, again, I'm still speaking for myself. When I look at that last video, when I look at that last 7-minute video and like 30 seconds, it is the most knowledgeable video. It is knowledge-filled, wisdom-filled video freaking ever, man. The things that he was trying to get across, he wasn't trying to make people feel sad with that last video he posted. Dude, he was trying to teach people. He was trying to teach me. And he said it as much. He went, yo, I want people to learn from my situation, you know, learn from this. I hope people learn from this. That's what he really freaking wanted. And that is, and I dare I say, I've learned from it, man. Not dwelling too deep into the internet and not letting it just consume you. All of these things that he said in that video is so gosh darn important. And I still hold a grudge. Even though I understand why YouTube did it, I still hold a grudge with them taking it down, man. And I get it. I know their policies. You can't have this kind of video that implies this and that. I get it. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it. But I understand it. But man, so looking at it now, yeah, this community has gone through some freaking rough, tough roads, man. It's gone through some bumpy roads. But the fact that it's still here speaks to how much endurance this community has. It speaks to how much patience and love and freaking care, and that is the key to keeping this alive, and it is still alive. I would never say that it's dead or it's dried up, washed up, but it's still alive, man. It's still, heck, those of you here with me right now are proof that it's still alive. Even if it was just 3 people, it doesn't matter. It still counts for something. Every little bit counts. All of you guys freaking count. And so getting to the point now where it's like, all right, what do we do to improve the community, man? We got to bring people together. It cannot be this back and forth, oh, we disagree, the ultimate goal should be this, right? And I think it is. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the ultimate goal is we want to make sure to disprove the notion that we would forget him. To completely disprove that. To completely erase, dare I say, I'm gonna quote Triforce here, eviscerate the notion, the idea, the sentiment that we would ever forget him. No. A freaking no. And so if we can bring everybody together, man, that's how I see it. If we can bring people together, man, and completely completely disprove that, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Save it on the channel. Possibly. It might end up being left up if you guys would prefer, I suppose. Maybe this stream itself at least could probably be left up, I suppose. Yeah. But that's what it is, man. So kind of going back to the original question anyway, what do I think about 9 Cardinal? I would like to see him involved. I think that if we can just forgive and forget, man, and just focus on eyes on the prize, right? Eyes on the prize, on task. I don't care if it's tunnel vision, whatever, just the ultimate goal, which is to prove that we didn't forget him. I think that's what matters, man. And having his family involved, that's what I always wanted, man. That's what I always freaking wanted. I would like to see that. I'd like to see the family involved. I'd like them to have a say. I think that'd be really freaking important. Because if we can't necessarily share new memories and moments with him, we could still do so with the ones that are responsible for this man to begin with, right? Those that are the reason why he is the way he is. If we can see them involved, that'd be freaking great. So that does include Cardinal. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? I've looked over at his channel. I've seen what he's shared recently. He really does care, and he rightfully so. That's your freaking blood. You better care. But it's really true, you know. I think that at the end of the day, while we all have different perspectives at times, and while we obviously all have our different ways of looking at things and things that we disagree on, whatever, what have you, we still all basically want the same thing. And it's just having that realization means that we have common ground. It means that we have something that we probably would all like to strive for. And no matter how long it takes, that's the thing, is it might be difficult. It might not be easy, but the things in life that are not easy are the most worth pursuing. Things that are not attained. Like, for example, if it was easy to get a 6-pack, would you really even care to want it? Because then it doesn't really have that much value if everybody could get it. So just like with the JoyCon Boys and having it thrive, having Desmond 110% remembered, well beyond what maybe he would ever believe, right? To freaking make that a reality and maintain that. It might not be easy, but that's what's gonna make it worth it. when you work out and you got a weight goal, or when you're trying to study and you're trying to accomplish certain things academically, man, it's not easy. But the fact that it's not easy means that it's gonna be freaking worth something when you actually succeed, when you actually attain what it is that you're seeking. And that's what it is, man. That is exactly what it is. So that's why I'm not giving up on this. if you ask me, I'm not freaking giving up on it, man. Because it has not been easy, and I'll acknowledge as much. But that's what just pushes me freaking further, because it means that there is something to be done here. There is something to attain here. And what I want to see, again, is I want it to go well beyond me, and I want to see freaking people just be happy and enjoy the simple things in life. Like remembering Dez, and maybe even looking forward to things that are done in his name. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. With a sprinkle of wisdom and knowledge here and there, that's what it ought to be. That's what it ought to be. Hello, Deja. See that you've joined us. And I want to shout out those of you that are here in the chat. Average Atheist. Am I pronounced? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll smack myself if I got that wrong. I hope I got that right. And I want to be very, very, but I couldn't seem on the man is because of his back. White shirt stand out because of, that's the thing about. See, I don't know if I should even talk about it here. That's the thing about like the information regarding like the police reports and all that stuff. Like that's the kind of stuff that, for example, his family could look into, because there's some elements and details with that we don't really have necessarily. Like it's not public information, at least, and that's the kind of thing where it's like, if the freaking family was more so involved with whatever's going on with the boys, we could probably get that kind of insight. And this is just stuff that I think people would freaking care about. At least I know I would care about it. I would want to know. So yeah, man, it's about everybody just coming together, man. We got to freaking Avengers this thing. You know what I mean? What happened to the stream? I don't know if are we having lagging issues or something. I apologize if that's the case. I don't know if we're having any issues. I mean, let me know. Let me know if there's anything weird going on. I hope not. I mean, this is, gosh, for a test stream, this is pretty in depth. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect this, honestly. I didn't expect it to be this in depth. But I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate you guys kind of just chilling out with me. I mean, let me know, if the audio's been weird or anything like that. Like, has the stream been super laggy? Has it been buffering like crazy? Whatever. Let me know. Again, it is just a test, but at the same time, I think it's kind of been. It's been significant, is how I'm gonna word it. This has been a significant stream, especially just if I'm speaking personally, to just touch base with you guys and kind of give some of my unfiltered thoughts about certain things. Because you guys are asking some freaking great questions, man. You guys should be interviewing me or something, or I guess you guys kind of are in a way. So I appreciate the questions. And again, so maybe I will do this every now and then. I think Arius will probably be the one that you're seeing more when it comes to the live streams. Hey, if any of you guys got like ratios that fit a phone screen, like if you guys got clips from Etika or something, or maybe if you've made, like, for example, and I want to shout this out. There are some freaking talented boys out there. I've seen the animations that some of you guys have freaking put together. If you guys have like cool animations, maybe utilizing audio or something from his streams or whatever, if you guys have made cool creations like that, please freaking go to the Discord and make a submission there, man. Because I want to share those. I want to give you guys a highlight. I want to shout you guys freaking out for your creativity, for your talents, and at the same time, share something freaking cool that everybody will probably enjoy. Because that's kind of where my specialty will really come from, is doing a lot of the shorts more so. So if you guys got any like YouTube short stuff that's got something to do with the boys, got something to do with Etika, please head over to that Discord and freaking drop that stuff. Because I'm looking to share it, and I'm looking to give you a little bit of love, Let's see. There's an essence in this channel that holds that feeling the boys come for. At least for me, I can tell you guys know what made the community special. God, I don't know why I can't read, man. I support you dudes wholeheartedly. I appreciate that, man. And I know freaking Aries would appreciate it too. I let me say this much, right? And again, this whole stream is not gonna change. I'm just speaking for myself, but I know for a fact, man, Aries freaking appreciates you guys. You guys have had an impact on him, and I'm gonna acknowledge it just as somebody who watches this stuff, man. And I want to thank you guys for freaking being open and willing to him, because maybe the situation, the circumstances around him first making his debut on the channel, it might not have necessarily been easy for him. but you guys have made it that much more smooth, right? You guys have made that. So I appreciate that, and I want to shout you guys out for that. Let's see. Talk about the Reddit. You know, I never really dove into the Reddit. I don't even have an account. Believe it or not, I don't even have an account. I've never even really touched the platform like that. So there's not a whole lot I can say. I guess what I would say is that maybe and from what I've heard differing opinions about how the Reddit is kind of handled. I would just say this: as long as these are people who freaking care about him, that's really what's going to matter to me first and foremost. Again, like, we don't have to agree on everything, man, and that's not realistic. Most human beings don't agree with what most other human beings say or think. I don't know, but as long as they care about him, and as long as they're with the idea of just preserving and maintaining, that's what matters to me. But yeah, you're right. I should probably finish reading what you had to say. I made a post on Etika, and many claimed that he was live recording on the Manhattan Bridge, ending the live before he jumped to confuse me. That's the first I've ever heard of that. That's new information to me. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure about that. It's funny that you mentioned that, though, because I was thinking about this the other day, and it's kind of interesting. So bear with me, right? I'm going to get kind of deep about this. Now, I've had a couple conversations with some of the other boys out there about this. But think about this, right? You know, we still have the Iceman channel, which was obviously the last channel that he was posting on. And just think about all the footage that's probably still on that channel. Maybe videos that he recorded that he just never publicized, right? Like, he never put out. For all we know, he might even have, similar to his final video that he put out, for all we really know, he probably might have recorded other clips of just talking, like just coming clean, just saying whatever's on his mind. Can you imagine? And that's another thing that's important about the family, because if the family were able to access that channel, I mean, who knows? Maybe they'd at least get to see, or maybe we would all get to see. We'd all get to see what else he might have still had there, you know? That interests me. What else is there? Maybe he recorded something, thought, nobody's ever gonna see it, but I'm gonna record it for myself, and maybe he talked about certain things that we would really honestly want to hear. I don't know. That's how I kind of think about when it comes to that channel, because I look at that channel every other day, the Iceman channel. I'm like, imagine what else is there, and not to mention any of the live streams that probably were unlisted or what have you. Oh, Triforce! I literally just mentioned you like a minute ago. Hello, sir. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you taking the time to come on down. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if there's any issues. I would hope not. I don't really know. I keep looking around. I'm freaking being paranoid. Like, yo, is my connection trash? Are we at McDonald's? What's going on here? I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, but assuming that everybody heard me well, that's the kind of stuff that I think about. That's the kind of stuff I think about when it comes to him. Like, what if? What else is there? Is there more that we just have never seen? And I would like to think that there is. And I would think that, again, going back to I keep making this point, I know, but it's important to me, is that if we really had the family involved, if we did, these are the kind of things that they could uncover. That obviously, not only is it not anyone else's place to do so, but it's the most ideal for them to do this first. Because it would be up to them. It would be up to them if they wanted to share anything else. But at least they would get a say. Because I think that that's probably what he would want anyway, at least to some degree. I ain't speaking for the man, but that's that. I mean, if it was me, and I was like, hey, you know, if I have to give anybody the say on what's going to happen with whatever I've got in the pipeline or what have you after I'm, then that's what I would say. Yo, let my family decide these things. Let them decide. So that's kind of how I look at it. But again, man, just, you know, maybe I'm not alone in that. Maybe I'm not the only one. But that freaking channel, man. Again, man, I look at it. I look at it every other day. Every other day I see it. It matters. It freaking does, man. And yo, YouTube, y'all better not do anything to it. Them's fighting words or actions, should I say? Don't ever, man. But I digress. So kind of back on track. Yeah, I'd like to think that, gosh, years from now, we're gonna be at a point where this is still going, and it's perhaps even bigger than what it already is at. I'd like to think so. And it's all gonna be possible through everybody working together, man. We gotta work together. That's the thing. At the end of the day, man, we're all we got. So why not work together? Why not? And if we disagree, we disagree. We agree to disagree. We find solutions. That is human nature. We will potentially run into problems, issues, setbacks, bumps in the road, but we innately are going to want to find solutions, and that's kind of how I look at it when it comes to here. And I think there are solutions to really push this whole thing forward. It's gonna mean boys coming together and coming up with ideas, which is, I will tell you, that is already what's going on behind the scenes. Like, these boys talk, we talk every freaking day, pretty much. We're talking every freaking day, pretty much, or every other day. And we're trying to think, yo, what can we do? What are things that you guys will enjoy? What are things that you guys would appreciate? And what can we do to make sure that this never freaking dies, man? That's what's going on. That's what's going on every day. Every freaking day, man. Every day. He is, you know what? He still is. He is still the glue. And I say that because he freaking lives on in all of you. The thing is that no one's ever really gone until they become less than a memory. But the fact that he is such an important memory, for that matter, that still sticks in the minds of all these individuals as people. And then when they come together, man, you just see it. You just see it in full stride. He's still there. He's still freaking there. I've said this more than a few times, but his energy's still freaking here, man. It never really left. That's the thing about energy, and hey, you know, this is just how I look at it. This is how I describe it. But you can't really destroy energy. You can only really change its form. And so when you look at his situation, you know, he's still here. He's still keeping us together. He's still keeping us motivated to just want to see more and want to maintain. That's what it is. It's his energy freaking pushing us forward. That's what it is. It never really went away. And when you come to realize that, when you come to have that realization that, yo, he's still right there with me, man, there's really no limit to what you can do, because that pool of energy was limitless and still is. That is an endless pool of energy, man, that you can tap into at any freaking time, man. At any freaking time. It's incredible. It really is. You could even say it was intoxicating to some degree, man, because that's what kept bringing you back. It kept bringing you back. I'm the glue. I'd like to actually hear, you know what, Triforce, I want to say while you're here with us, man. Yo, what's some? I'd love to hear just more of your perspective in general. I know that we kind of semi-briefly met, and we really didn't have like the ideal opportunity to just have like a conversation. I'd love to chat with you whenever you had the time, just one-on-one in general. I value your freaking perspective, man. I really freaking do. I would say in a lot of ways you are responsible as well for why the JoyCon Boys got as far as it did, and is still even just here, period. Having your perspective, I think, is ideal for this community. Maybe I'm not the only one. I'd like to think not. I'd like to think that others would agree. But yeah, man, you know, if you ever have the time, I'd appreciate it. If not, regardless, I appreciate you just spending the time chatting here with us right now. Let's see, JoyCon Boys together, the founder of the JoyCon Boys, 100%. And that network persists, man. That we talk about that a lot. What he really wanted, and he made it clear. He wanted it to be a network. He wanted it to be about multiple people coming together. Right now. Well, that depends. I mean, it could always be an off air. It could just be a private conversation. I mean, I don't know if I don't even know. Maybe I would be able to. I don't know if you want to hop on this and be chatting here with me. I don't know. It's up to you. Otherwise, I'd be happy to have a conversation off air, 100%. Just talk in general. Actually, I have a few moments. Would you want to come on here? I could try to get you on. I would hope I could do it correctly, for that matter, because sometimes in the past I've struggled when it came to the live streaming. Maybe I could get it work. I mean, let me know. Up to me. You know what? Let me see here. So I guess we'd have to try it on maybe Discord, but I'll need you added. I'm not sure if I don't think I have you added on there. Here, let me drop my what do you call it? Tag? Is it a tag? Right? Discord? Is that right? I don't know. Where the heck is that? Shoot. Is it just? It's just this, right? Like some. I think I know what I'm doing. Yes, I am on Discord. Let's see. How can I get this right? Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing, man. How do I do this? Where the heck do you find that? See, I don't use Discord that much. See, one of the main reasons I use it anyway is for the boys, man. Like otherwise, I'm not on this thing. I assume you can just put in this tag. I could be entirely wrong. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I'm gonna try to send this your way. Let me see if this will work. Let me see. Is that right? I hope that's right. Yeah, we can try to get you on here. Let's see. I think this is the right tag you can put in. I could be wrong. See if we get that right. Oh yeah. He's actually not on right this second, which is unfortunate. Let me see. Oh wait, there you go. I see you right there. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Feel free whenever you're ready. I think it should work, right? Yeah. I see it just now. There we go. Let's see. Okay, fantastic. I think we got this. I think so. Yeah, let me make sure I get my audio settings correct. There we go. Yeah. Feel free to start it whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, man. See if we can get this going. Sorry, we might have a moment of silence here. I'm just trying to make sure this is all working right. Okay. We'll probably have to do a quick audio test too while we're at it. Here, you know what? Let me see if I can. Can I start it? I think I can, right? All right. You might hear my typing. I don't know. My mic kind of tends to pick up that stuff. I don't know. Sorry about that. Let's see. I think we're good, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, you guys might hear the audio actually here. Okay, let me. Okay. Good day, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me properly?
I can. It's a little low. Let me see if I can just try to turn this up a little bit.
Yeah, you have to turn me up.
Yeah, there we go.
I do very loud. What's going on?
Okay. Yeah.
I actually was doing some work and checking out a video that uploaded, and I saw JoyCon Boys channel running.
Yeah.
So I just let me just tune in.
Yeah. I think this is the first stream that I've ever done on here, to be perfectly honest. I think it honestly is. It was a test stream really, but this was also kind of just, I mean, to my surprise, it ended up being a great opportunity to just talk. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by.
No problem. I'm reading some of the comments in the chat. I was listening to what you were saying. FRFX with Toby was going on. So you know that you don't have to be like Etika to be in the JoyCon Boys community. Discuss about this. Well, yeah, Toby. Actually was gonna get into that. So after hearing some of the stuff that you're saying,
yes,
I want to drop some of my 2 cents on the entire matter.
Sure.
Some of it's going to sound like the same old thing over and over again. But I'll try to I'll try to be concise
Mm-hmm.
and I think what we're lacking is context and distinction between certain things. And one of the in from my viewpoint,
Yes.
this does not have to be considered to be the truth or gospel or anything. It is
Sure.
from my viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The JoyCon Boys community should have thrived and been further. But I
Mm.
think one of the things that's holding back the JoyCon Boys community is the idolatry of Etika. Let
Mm.
me put some context to that so that
Mm.
people don't take this as this is an attack against Etika, because I don't think people understand the meaning of certain words. And without understanding the meaning of certain words, you won't be able to get the context of what I'm saying.
Mm.
I believe that the I the idolatry of Etika's legacy is what's stopping the JoyCon boys from moving forward.
Mm.
Uh, what Etika's the people say Etika is the glue, but
Mm-hmm.
that can't be. And the reason why he can't be the glue is because he's the founder. He's the
Right.
one who made it. So if he already made it, then what keeps it together?
Mm.
And what keeps it together is based on what was the purpose, or why did he make it? When
Mm.
you find out why he made it, that's the glue.
Mm.
Um, because that's the reason, the why. It's the reason. When you find out what the why is, then you can build around it. Etika is no longer with us; he's passed. But let me give you a contextual ideology about this, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the United States of America was founded, right? Its first president was George Washington. So let's say that the Declaration of Independence is what founded the United States of America. George Washington became its first president. Well, George Washington's dead. So how did America move forward?
Mm.
See my
Oh,
point?
yeah, yeah. Because I was gonna
America
say,
moved. Yeah, America
it
didn't
needed
move.
a new leader.
Yes, but each leader that came and died,
Yep.
what did that leader come and do? What was that leader pushing? Was the leader pushing himself, or was the leader pushing an ideology? The Declaration of Independence is the ideology.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So Etika is the first president of the JoyCon Boys. Unfortunately, timely passed. But what's the ideology or the concept of the JoyCon Boys? What is that? What is it based on? What did he base it on? That right there. Now, once you identify that, then either as a community or another leader can step forward and push the ideology.
Mm.
So the one of the issues is that people I don't want to say people won't let go, but people can't look past his passing. So
Mm.
when I look at the JoyCon boys from the outside, the JoyCon boys are still in 2019.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
JoyCon boys are still on the day after Etika died. It hasn't left that day. It literally still on that day. So 5 years later, it's still on. Etika's dead. Etika's dead. Etika's dead. Why did he die? Mental illness. Etika's dead. Why did he die? Mental illness. Etika is dead. We should do
Right.
something with the JoyCon boys, but Etika's dead. He was the glue. Mental
Mm-hmm.
illness. Etika's dead. Why did he die? Etika. So what we're gonna do with JoyCon boys? Etika's dead. Mental illness. So this is a repeating cycle. It just keeps over and over and over and over again. So it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's my viewpoint. So that's what I see. So I've had conversations with Aras and other
Mm-hmm.
people in the community, and I told them, okay, so my question is, what would Etika want? So see, that's an advancing question. He's passed already. So
Right.
what can we do to honor Etika with the JoyCon boys? It's kind of funny. For the FRFX, you have to wonder, does Etika even want us to continue it? It's a
Mm.
whole nother conversation.
It
But
is. It is.
yeah. So, well, we won't go there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
let's just say, for the sake of argument, that
Mhm.
Etika wants us to continue the JoyCon Boys. Obviously, he would want us to do it in a positive manner.
Of course.
And so, the next question is, how can we honor a positive version of the JoyCon Boys? Now,
Mm,
I can't speak for other people,
mhm.
but I can speak for myself. So here's where things get a little bit mucky, right?
Yeah.
Um, yes, Toby says that Etika should be remembered for other things than just death and mental illness. And he's,
110%. Yeah.
yeah, 100 million%. And
Even more
that's
so.
yeah, my point is, that's my entire point. I'm like, okay, guys, I get it. There's nothing wrong with grievance. Grievance actually has an expiration date. It's like you lose your wife. My father's been dead since 2017.
Mm,
I try to honor my father by living a life of goodness
mhm.
and positivity, and to do something with my life before my passing. That's how I honor my father. I'm not going to sit here and talk about my father's been dead since 2017. This is what, once you go past your grievance date,
Mhm.
expiration date, then it becomes idolatry, and then it becomes cultish, because
Mm,
now you're focusing on the person's existence in a ideological form.
mm.
That's why I can't stand Michael Jordan and Goku fans. Not the characters or the person. It's fans,
Right.
because they can't get off their dick. Well, this shit
Mm,
is just ridiculous. Like, they can't see any fallacy, no nothing in with those people or characters, and it comes down to like a cultish ideology.
right.
The same thing for Vegeta fans and stuff like that. And any type of fans for anything. That's why I use the word ideology. Like, you guys got to move past that. Um,
Oh, brother, I know what
if
you're
you
talking
true,
about. I was one of those. It's funny you mentioned Goku, and not to cut you off. I apologize. You mentioned Goku, Vegeta. I used to be a Dragon Ball head, man. I was buying all the merchandise. They had me hooked, man. But after a while, I came to that realization. Yo, it's not what I've always believed it was. It really wasn't. And breaking out of that cycle, first of all, saved me a couple bucks.
yeah,
but it
it's saying,
spared me from this cycle I had with it. But continue.
so the thing is, it's like, what can you do? Like, what can I do to honor my father? You know what I'm saying? The examples that Goku, even as a fictional character, or
Yep.
that Michael Jordan, even as a real character, that they have set. What can we do to move forward? Actually, this is a perfect example.
Mm,
Akira Toriyama's dead,
right.
but Dragon Ball Daima is out.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna sit here and harp on Akira Toriyama's death. What they want to do is, what can they do to continue his work?
yeah.
And that's what the JoyCon Boys, that's the problem that I see with the JoyCon Boys. It won't move past Etika's passing.
Mm,
And they won't, and because it won't look past Etika's passing, it is doing nothing to honor Etika's passing by continuing his work.
right.
And this is all based on if he even wants that work continued.
Of course.
So I say to Aras, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the point. What if, okay, Etika wants us to continue the JoyCon Boys? Obviously, he's gonna want us anything positive moving forward. Excelsior, anything
Hmm.
that's progressive, always wants to, whatever it was then, you want to make it better. Just like anything in the universe.
Hmm.
Evolution is the key, right? You have Michael Jordan, you have LeBron James. After LeBron James, you're gonna have somebody else. It's evolution. There's no such thing as the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time is the Almighty Creator, right?
Right.
Because you can't go past that. Um, in fact, Almighty Creator is so godlike, it already went past itself by creating us.
For
But
sure.
that's a whole nother concept and theology, and we're not going to get into that. So we'll stick to the point here. So what can we do to make the JoyCon Boys community better? And let me get into the sticky part, which now this is going to cause a lot of this will cause some contention, but it's
Sure.
good. Contention sometimes is good because it gives perspective to things.
It starts conversation for sure.
Yeah. JoyCon Boys community. The JoyCon Boys concept has already been usurped by guys like IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat.
Yep.
So you guys have let Etika down. Because those guys, when you can see the quote unquote spirit of Etika in them.
Right.
And I believe, because I believe this not because it's just my opinion, it's because of the conversations I've had with Etika, that let's use Kai Cenat specifically, right?
Yeah.
Where Kai Cenat is where Etika was trying to get himself to.
Right. Agreed.
And when you see Kai Cenat and his friends, right? The different shades of friends that he has, the different cultures of his friends, from the community, the gaming community, to the variety community and streaming, to the industry of rappers and cultural icons and whatever. I think that's where Etika wanted to be.
Yeah.
But we spent the last 5 years
Mourning. Just mourning.
Yeah, mourning.
That's it.
But I know for a fact, and so I know Kai Cenat maybe Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed would disagree. But come on, we can all see the Etika in them.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a billion. We can all see the Etika in them. And I know that those guys, they know about Etika. And instead of them mourning, they decided in their own way, representing themselves and their own image, they did what they did to push Etika. So the question is, what will the JoyCon Boys do? This is why I told Aras, I said, listen, the whole little war and argument in the JoyCon Boys community, who should lead, yada yada, all of that it's infinitesimally irrelevant. Do what you can do. Yeah, but people are gonna say that I'm a Etika mark and whatever. We say IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat's Etika marks, and
they're still succeeding regardless.
So what?
They're
still succeeding regardless. I'm like,
it's true.
You have in your hands right now. You have in your hands right now an opportunity, right, with the JoyCon Boys community, because you're directly connected, to take it and become the next Kai Cenat. Take it and run. But what if who fuck those guys? Fuck the JoyCon demons. Who gives a fuck about those guys? Stop worrying about them. Those demons are why Etika passed. The demons got to Etika. Don't let them get to you. Fuck those guys. But what if it starts a war? Yeah, well, if it starts a war, then let's get to the guns. Well, not the real guns, but let's get to the fighting. You got to fight through certain things. You pushing and whatnot. And I told him, like, look, if he's willing to push the community forward, I gave him some ideals and some concepts of what he can do. The same ideals I told him, it's the same ideals I told Etika. And I'm like, push. And if they want the war, I'm all for the fighting. I'm all for the war, bro. I'm telling you right now, I love fighting demons. Anyone who watch my streams, when you watch me play with The Legend of Zelda, like I said, I do not consort with demons. I'm all about whooping a demon's ass. I have no problems with it. In fact, lately I'm kind of bored, so I'm looking forward to the war. That's just me. I need something to do.
I hear you.
But that the JoyCon Boys, I don't even understand. How come the JoyCon Boys haven't done a vacation? Remember when I'm sure you heard me tell guys this before. I wanted Etika to come down to Jamaica, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's making a move.
You want to know? All right, so you know something? You know Kai Cenat came down to Jamaica for Carnival, right? And we saw him in Carnival.
Yeah.
So we went to Carnival too, and we saw him in Carnival. He came down here with his his guys, right? That if Etika was alive, the Kai Cenat would have been, Etika would have been Kai Cenat, and those guys that he was with, those would have been the JoyCon boys down here in Jamaica with some big booty bitches shaking their ass in the street and having a good fucking time, because that's what the JoyCon boys is supposed to be.
Right.
But now the JoyCon boys is this shell of itself, and I believe that the demons are the ones that's trying to keep the JoyCon boys trapped in this ever looping Itachi freaking Naruto Genshingan whatever shit.
Genjutsu. Yep. Genjutsu.
They're just repeating the same shit over and over, and they just can't get out of it. And like, we need some Nine Tails action in here, bro. Like, somebody's got to break this shit. Like, for real, we got to get out. We like, whether or not we're using Sage Naruto, or if dudes is on that level, then yo, we just got to get a Madara to just come in and just start fuck the whole ninja clan up, just whoop everyone's ass,
tear it up, and start making moves.
And then start get a new one, and then get a new Hokage who, you know, got it. Yo, you got to start over. It's gotta be like that. I'm like, and people don't even understand. You know, so it's like, we just got to do that, man. And until that's done, Aras is working on a few things. He got some things in the pipeline for 2025. And it's not about talking, man. It's about doing. It's about getting shit done. And so we're working on trying to get Aras and a couple of people from the JoyCon boys to come down to Jamaica, right? I got some networks down here, make things work. There's this looming, let's put things on the table, right? So there's people like, oh, Triforce is just trying to get the JoyCon boys to connect with the Valkyries. Yes, because you niggas need bitches. Fuck out of here. Like, this fucking just a bunch of dudes and shit. This fucking, like, stop. Like, stop this shit. The world is based on men and women, right? Nothing wrong with hanging out with the boys. I'm all for it. But me personally, it can't just be the boys. I mean, Etika, that's not what Etika stood for.
It has to expand. It has to.
Yeah.
It was
well, it's not even that. Etika had a girl. Like,
right.
Etika had a girl, and even when he didn't have a girl, even in the video games, it was still anime bitches. There was bitches of some sort, 2D or 3D, but the point is, it were bitches, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D. It doesn't fucking matter. There was a female, and let me put a caveat here. When I say bitches, I'm saying it in the euphemistic state of like how Etika says it. It's not to
not derogatory, not to be offensive,
not derogatory to women. Just like how we say the JoyCon boys is niggas and shit. White, black, yellow, we don't give a fuck what color you are, nigga. You could be, there's this thing I used to say with Lucky Charms. I'm like, man, fuck you, Lucky Charm motherfuckers. Like, you yellow moon, orange stars, green clovers, and blue diamonds, and purple heart short shoes. We don't give a fuck about your color. We don't care. We're just using that terminology to describe female or male, so to speak. So yeah. But like the chicks, so to speak. I think the JoyCon boys are missing that. Girls, shit. Even Kai Cenat had, who that girl is, Tyler, or whatever, the water girl, or whatever fuck. He had Nicki Minaj on. He had females on his stream. Like, this incel, no grass touching, strictly video game playing, no life having, simp ass looking,
jeez,
nigga card having, JoyCon demon looking motherfuckers is just, they're the problems. A new standard has to be set, so it exposes the JoyCon demons. Then we body those niggas, get them the fuck out of here, and then we make the move. So so when people that, oh, you're just trying to connect them to the Valkyries, okay, let's say I am. So what you're pretty much saying is that I'm trying to bring pussy to the JoyCon boys. I fail to see where the problem here is. Someone correct me. So can someone correct me on that? And if I'm trying to get the JoyCon boys to come and chill with some girls that play video games and they anime and they cosplay and they got titties and ass, where am I wrong in this? Can someone correct me here? I'm confused. So. Easier said than done. That's not true. It's very easy to do. Just go to war. War is the easiest thing to do. War is the easiest thing to do. Expose niggas who's not for the progressive forward movement in the JoyCon Boys, body them. Like, cancel culture was so easy. Everybody was canceling people who was just doing positive shit. So I'm like, okay, so why can't we cancel the demons?
Right.
I'm like, I don't understand. So it's we can cancel the good guys, but the demons are not cancelable. Man, fuck that. Let's go to war. Let's go to war. So that's my whole son. What he says, like, isn't Etika now? No, Etika's ex now an OF model? Pretty sure she is. Is she?
I would not know, man.
Wait a minute. Wait. I think, yeah, wait, hold on. Time out. I think somebody did mention, and actually, is that true?
Is it?
Is that actually true? Is his ex-girlfriend a OF fan? If she is, let's go with if she is. Okay, right? If she is, then that means y'all niggas out here, y'all are like that. She moved on. She moved on. She got further than the JoyCon boys. That's crazy. That's crazy. She is. I saw her Twitter. Who has the ability to put links in the chat?
Here,
Somebody has the ability to put links in the chat. If somebody has a Twitter, it's Alicia People. People. Okay, let me double check something. I'll check her Twitter.
Yeah.
See where if this is true, because I don't want to speak on something that's not true.
Sure.
There's a Alicia Pico. What? This is girl. Why is her head upside down? The fuck? Not followed by anyone you're following. I'm on her. Oh, I put that in the Twitter, bro. I don't see anything. What's her post? Doesn't have any posts here.
I think. Hold on. Let me see here.
Or maybe am I on the wrong one?
Here, let me link you. I think this is it. I think so. Yeah, this is it.
Okay, let's see. Oh, the
yeah.
Alice P. Okay, so that.
Yeah. I just got extra confirmation by one of the boys out there. Shout out to Morris. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah, it's legit.
Okay. Oh, that's.
Yep, got it, Morris. I got it. Yep, it's legit.
Okay, so yeah, I'm on that page now.
Yeah.
Okay. So then she has, okay, well, that doesn't necessarily state that she has an OnlyFans.
Here's the I just got sent the link. Here it is.
And she hasn't used her Twitter in eons. Oh, okay, that the OnlyFans.
Yeah, there
okay,
so it is. Yeah.
She's her OnlyFans, and that's her. Okay, she out here caking it up.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, she moved on.
Right.
She moved on. She's doing her own thing. I don't judge OnlyFans girls, by the way. Just to let you know, I actually don't judge them. I'm indifferent to them. And that's because I look at the world from an economic state. Like, they got to do what they got to do to survive. And if OnlyFans is the way to survive, then so be it. Yeah, but like, she could go get a job. Nigga, fuck you motherfuckers with that stupid shit, man. I live in a third world, so I know the reality. Everyone can't get a fucking job. That's not how it is. If that was the case, everyone would. The world is a very hard place. And
there would not be homeless people. There would not be homeless people if it was that simple. If it was, but
not everyone homeless and not everyone unemployed is lazy. Sometimes it's just fucking hard.
That's true.
It's just fucking hard, bro. It's not easy. So I hate when people do that. Or especially like the ones who are better off and they have a job. You know what? Well, I'm making this money and you just lazy. You won't go out and make that money. Motherfucker, thank the Almighty. You've been blessed to have that job and that money. But don't look down on people who don't have your situation, man. Fuck you. Like, straight up, fuck you. I'm like, people are born in bad situations. Look what's going on in Gaza right now. None of those people are born in situations like us out here. So eat a dick. So, and then number two, right? I just find it funny people who shit on these people who say these things, yet they're the ones buying the OnlyFans.
Right.
They're the ones buying
it is a hysterical irony.
Yes. They're talking mad shit about these girls and blah blah blah. Yeah, look what they're doing, yada yada yada. And black, but bro, like what they posted somebody online. I forgot who it was, and the NBA was making Stephen A. Smith was making a comparison that the top OnlyFans girls is making $43 million or $43 million or some shit like that, and she's making more money than like 90% of the NBA and whatever. And I'm like, cause she needs to do what she gotta do, bro. And like, yeah, but like she's doing it, whatever, bro. At the end of the day, she's taking care of herself and she's taking care of her family. She's in a position now. Trust me, she's invested in stocks and bonds. She's a fucking shareholder in some multi-million-dollar fucking company. I don't give a fuck if she's sucking dick or getting her back blown out by like 50 niggas or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm like, we can sit here and morally chastise her for that, right? But she said, listen, this is my situation. I got a bunch of lemons. Bitch went out, got sugar, and said, I'm making fucking lemonade. She's moving forward.
Oh, you
better
know what?
than what most people are doing.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you. Arius is asking if he can join in on our conversation. You think we can maybe get him in here? Or...
make that happen, bro. Hold on. This is I called you, so then if I called you, let me add him.
Yeah.
All right, there he is. Okay, so I'm gonna add him. So this call is gonna end. Look on your Discord. You're gonna see a new call open up. Answer that one, okay?
All right, I'm on it.
All right.
All right, here we go. All right.
All right, so we're in here. So Aras, we calling you. So now for the wait till when she has kids. Bro, when she has kids, her kid you're talking about I wonder if he's talking about Etika's ex.
Let me see.
So when she has kids, bro, nobody from us is gonna know or care.
Right.
We're all gonna be doing our own lives and whatnot, and so forth. Let me tag him in here so he can join the room.
Yeah, Arius, if you're hearing us, we're here.
We're in here. Those kids won't know about Etika. Exactly. There's a whole new generation, and she's gonna make sure to put her children in a school that's outside from this. Who knows? She may make enough money and whatever, and just move out of the country, move to a completely different area, and those kids will have a different. That's not to say that they won't have a bad life. They probably may have a bad life, but I wish her the best. I'm gonna wish her the best. Moving forward with her and her family and her life and whatnot. But the point is that she's setting an example. Move forward. It's better than standing still, bro. That's disgusting work. Well, FRFX, if that's disgusting work, then your friends, your family members, and all these other guys, they're complicit in it, because Pornhub does not exist because a handful of disgusting ass niggas is supporting it. Pornhub exists because 90% of the world of men support it. You know, women support it too, but like we're all complicit in it. Stop acting like niggas is not watching porn sites. Them shits are the number one site. When COVID-19 came around, my nigga, porn sites blew the fuck up. And it's a two-way street. And if you're gonna chastise her, then you're chastising Etika, because Etika was all for the tits and ass, hentai, 2D cheeks or 3D cheeks clapping. So let's not.
And look at his Twitter. Look at his freaking Twitter. Look at his X account, bro. Exactly. You'll see it there too.
Exactly.
It's all there.
So stop. Let's not do the hypocrisy. Stop it. Niggas is about cheeks, bro. That's what it is. I'm just a 3D cheeks man. I prefer 3D cheeks over 2D cheeks anyway. In fact, I'm trying to get 3D cheeks to catch up to 2D cheeks. I can't. I hate the fact that 2D cheeks is winning. That's crazy. How is some fictional shit winning?
You can't make this.
We got now AI. Now we have AI cheeks. That's crazy. Like the real girls is losing the war out here. This is nuts.
Elon's making the robots freaking.
Exactly. Now we have what do you call it again? Cybernetic cheeks. Nah, bro. How?
You can't
How
make
What are
this
is
up.
y'all
Tootie?
talking about? Sorry,
You
I
can't make
had to
this
back
up,
out for a
man.
second.
There we go, Aries. Here you go. We can hear you.
Hey, yeah, I don't mean to butt into y'all's conversation. It just seemed to get a little interesting. I didn't think I would have time for it, which honestly, I don't have the most time. I have to go to work.
No problem.
I just wanted to hop in here real quick. Hold on, I forgot I'm on a live stream. Can you hear me
we are
fine? I just
live.
wanted to ask y'all. Okay. What? Because I wanted to do a Q&A personally, and I know I've asked this question before a lot, and I've had niggas come in the live stream specifically asking crazy. Well, like I feel like I enable it half the time because I came on there with Soju like 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to ask y'all, where would y'all personally like to see the channel go? And that isn't necessarily to be like indicative of where we actually go, but I really do want to get the community.
I have a biased answer. So my answer
Wait, Triforce. Wait, 1 second. Toby, you said you shouldn't be talking. You have hentai on your Switch, nigga. It was for. Sorry, you know what? I shouldn't. Even... My fault. You go.
Educational purposes. So what?
Educational purposes. I wanted to see if it was possible, which I got proven right. So
well, the thing is, first of all, hentai was on Etika's Switch. Etika introduced, not that the people didn't know, but Etika made popular the JoyCon community. He made it popular that they were to even know about hentai girls and shit like that with that game, whatever.
There was that one game with the button, the iconic
Siren,
button. You know the one.
Sangan Kagao, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Right, so there's nothing like the Valkyries have that on their stream. They have a bunch of hentai games on their stream. There's an entire stream dedicated to Etika every Friday. And sorry if this comes off as a promotion. Every Friday, the Valkyries have something called Forever Summer Fan Service Stream. That stream was built in honor for Etika. And it's been going on for the last 8 years. No, that's not true. It's not because her channel started up in 2016 for the first 2.5 years. We didn't do that. That came in like 3 years after that. So it was like 20. It was literally shortly after Etika died. So late 2019. So let's just call it 2020 even. So for the last 4 years. For the last 4 years, a whole stream was dedicated to that. Where the first fan service game they bought was the first fan service game we saw on Etika's channel, which is Sangan Kagura, or however you pronounce that game and whatnot. Then since then they buy a new fan service game, and it's not for like the entire point was like the girls are chilling in the background, just talking about shit, what's going on in the community, the anime scene, the newest video games that come out, what's going on in pop culture and entertainment, while the fan service games is running in the background, and it's me that's playing them. So I played Pachi, Gal Gun, Waifu Undiscovered, Waifu Uncovered. I have the block knockers, all types of shit. Now the girls found their.
What the fuck is block knocker? Is that what you showed me last time?
Yeah, it's a bunch
Hold
of.
on, wait. Yeah. I don't mean to interject here. I got like 4 or 5 minutes before I have to go to the gym and work. But I did want to quickly touch upon my initial question.
Oh yeah, the question.
Yeah, sorry.
I saw one comment regarding like the future of the community from like a personal retrospective standpoint.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to hear that out before I give, I guess, because I don't think I've ever. Well, I made an update video about a month and a half ago talking about this briefly. So I didn't know if I wanted the best place to extrapolate upon it would be here. But I think like going over a few of those and getting, because I wanted to do a Q&A in the first place. I feel like a kingdom is essentially its constituents, you know? So we should definitely have a conversation with everyone. Which I don't mean to derail if you guys were having a different conversation.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. You're good.
Gotcha. So okay, wait. I guess I should go on the list. Yo, this is so weird not having like OBS and all that open. It actually is like
yeah. See, I got it this time. Yeah. Oh, I got you covered. We're good.
Hell yeah. So for Toby, you guys should make a fundraiser, and once you get the money, use the money to make a statue. That's a good. I mean, more in the sense of I'm not, and this isn't me knocking the idea. I mean more in a sense of how we continue going forward. And I'm not asking that as like, oh, I need ideas for how this should be ran. I just think a general community consensus to see where y'all are at and what you would like to, what you would favor seeing would be best.
So are you asking both of us, or are you asking like the chat, or is everybody?
Well, if you guys, if I meant like the people in the chat specifically, or
Okay.
the boys in the chat specifically, but if y'all want to chime in too,
sure. I mean, I guess while we're waiting for chat to kind of give their thoughts on that, I'll just say mine quick and easy because I basically alluded to it already towards the beginning of this stream anyway, but at the very least, I would like to see the family involved. That's just me. I would like to see that. That includes Cardinal. That includes Nine. That's just me though.
No, I agree. I think that's. I mean, we still have to bridge that gap in communication, but that would be dope, especially long term too. And there's a lot of shit we still need to do. But yeah, I agree with that.
But it can be done. It can be done, obviously. But it might, whether or not it takes time. I mean, we've already spent so much time as it is, and this is while you were kind of breaking things down. This is the thing is. I said it, and I said this is another thing I said earlier in the stream is like watching it, especially on X, man, on Twitter, just watching all the replies, every single. It's the freaking SpongeBob meme. He's got his fist against the wall. He's got a picture of Des hung up. It was always that, and then I pay attention and I'm like, okay, a year's gone by, it's still the same thing. Another year's gone by, it's still the same thing. It's like this can't be it.
I think
and that's where I want to say, like, I Triforce made a point earlier with the JCB having more, like, being up there with like Kai and all that, and it's just like it's complicated, right? Because I feel like this corner of the internet is such like a I don't think I've ever seen anything akin to this ever. And that's where it's like, that's a beauty and a curse, because we could perpetuate beauty and make something dope. Not that this isn't already cool enough, but I'm talking like in scale of like in cosmics, I mean, on a macro scale, you know? But then it's also like, I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of and we're all doing things that contribute to each other, but perpetuate the memory of Etika. And just in general, like, nothing looks crazy or comes off like disingenuous. And that's always been my thing.
But see, the thing is, if you worry about, you can't worry about what people are going to think. People are going to think stuff negative. Like I said, I believe, I firmly, but no, let me not say I believe, because it's not true. It's not, I don't believe shit. I know that there is a force out there by design that's keeping the JoyCon Boys exactly where it is. This shit's not an accident. It is 100%. By design.
Yep. There's this might be a repetitive thing to say, but there are oftentimes no coincidences. It's not an accident that we're still in the same position. And this is why all this hesitation keeps coming up, because there are forces at play that have made it so that we are paranoid, so that we are hesitant, so that we don't actually go out and do things, despite us maybe having the capability to do so, despite us having just the inspiration to even attempt it. We don't do it, and that's because there are forces that, for lack of better words, have managed to successfully intimidate us from attempting much of anything.
That's what like, because I'm not sure how long a lot of y'all are in the chat have been here. Like, I've been like participating in this since like high school for me, which I'm not an unk or anything like that. I'm not saying, you know, fuck, that's besides the point. I think within all of that, I've definitely grown a lot more into a masculine frame of thinking when it comes to making decisions. And that does not mean I shouldn't even have to go into the whole, because women can make decisions too. That's not what I mean by that. I mean more so in terms of conviction. And I think that helped a lot with realizing like how to navigate. Of course, like, I'm still lost. I'm still a dumbass, you know, even at 19. But I'm realizing more and more that like I really do get in my own way, and therefore like in the way of my own contribution on the channel. And I'm sure that goes for multiple people in here. So I think, damn, where was I even going? I just, for me, right, I think I always get so frustrated in what I can offer, because I'm always stuck thinking about what looks like, you know, he just gives us the wrong vibe. And I think for me, just having that sense of security within the people that we've assembled here, because I'll say it as many times as I have to. We got some crazy niggas in this group, but it's dope and it's awesome. I see the beauty and I see the immaculate frame of thought too, which we have, you know, amongst all the anime bitches and fucking 2D. You get what I mean? So I guess that's what I wanted this to be. Unfortunately, I don't have the most time left. I have to dip in like another minute or two, but I just wanted that to be said.
Okay.
Absolutely, no
Well,
problem.
did you guys know that at one point I was just gonna run off with the JoyCon Boys?
What you mean?
I was gonna run off with the JoyCon Boys, literally. At some point, this was back in 2020. So when everybody was going over, I had gotten past Etika's passing literally in the same year. It wasn't long. Some people take that as being cold-blooded, but it's not. Me growing up, my mother's passed, my father's passed. I have friends and other family members that are all dead. So to me, death is just a normal thing, because it is. Everybody dies. Everyone's going to die. So that's the reality behind it. So when a person passed, I don't mourn like how other people are. I don't know, maybe I'm desensitized to death or whatever. Too much Mortal Kombat in my life, or I don't know. But like even when my father passed, and I went to his funeral and we buried him, and I just like, and same thing for my mother. Like everyone's crying, and you know when they laid and they're all crying and stuff like that. I just like, you remember in Bleach when Ichigo turned into his he was fighting Ikiura, a spot on number 4, and he turned into a hollow figure.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
I'm
completely
not
tore
sure.
it up.
Wait, sorry.
I know
Are y'all
exactly what
spoiling, bro? I'm trying to stay up with the fucking. We're talking about the Bleach analogy.
Yeah,
The
no,
Bleach
Bleach
art-
anime.
Bleach anime.
Oh,
Yeah. So remember
I know
when he
exactly
turned
what you're
into
talking about. I know exactly
okay. So remember how he moved his hand back and the sword just came to him? That's literally what I did at my mother's grave. It wasn't to be mean or anything, but my mother's already dead. We already went to her funeral. I already seen her in the box. I put a Triforce pin on her, and they closed the box. So once the box got closed, well, the coffin. Once her coffin was closed, to me it was like, all right, you can't dig her up. This doesn't, like, you're not going to be able to resuscitate her. She's already dead. Like, just bury her and get over it. So I just extended my hand out, and a shovel was just given to me. So in my mind, I was like, that was kind of cold-blooded, because I was thinking to myself, yo, did I just do some Vasta Lord?
No, I get it. I get exactly what you mean, man.
Like,
I know.
you know, I just put out my hand, and then the shovel just like his sword just went to his side, and I just buried her. That's it. Everyone's crying. I started digging. And the same thing with my father. Put the Triforce pin in him, closed the box, and we just lowered him. And I looked at my brothers, and they were sitting there staring. I was like, what y'all looking at? Start digging. I'm like, come on, man, let's go. And so some people think like, what's wrong with you? Like, and like, you guys, I don't see death the same way everyone sees death. I see death as us being alive. We're the ones in the unfortunate situation. We have to live here and go through all of this shit with Trump and Israel and Erdogan and fucking Turkey and fucking Netanyahu and Israel and Putin and Russia and this fucking dumbass nigga in fucking Ukraine. We gotta stay here and suffer this shit. They're not here for this nonsense. They're on into, I believe that there's a better place after this shit. So if we're gonna cry for yourself. We get to stay here and be poor. We get to stay here and suffer and be hungry and shit like that and go through, like, I don't think they have been relieved from the sins and the
Suffering.
negative shit of the world and the suffering of the world. They're gone. You know, we're still here. So to me, it's the same thing with Etika. So right after that, I was like, yo, man, you know something? These guys, it's 2020. These guys are crying and shit like that about Etika's being gone. So I was like, all right, you know what we're gonna do? So I got a bunch of my friends. This is Evil Jagan, Skated Average, Black Dragon, what's this guy's name? Mega Troll. And I called these guys up and was like, yo, let's set something up to come down to Jamaica. They all came out of Jamaica. We literally rented a mansion for 4 days. Got the girls together. That shit was awesome. Everyone came down to Jamaica. It's kind of funny how they came out. When they came down here, in the flight that they were in, landing is when the Prime Minister of Jamaica literally said that there's lockdown, COVID-19. So anyone who flew into the country is trapped in Jamaica. And Robin was like, I hope she wanted to be trapped in Jamaica for a little bit longer. But because we had fun when we were here in Jamaica. We went to the beach, we had a mansion with a pool, we streamed the entire thing. These girls was like in their little bathing suits in the mansion pool. That's all on YouTube, by the way. And dancing. And you know what I was thinking? Damn, man, this is what I wanted for Etika. That's what I wanted for Etika. And a part of me was thinking with like, yo, you should just like try for just take over a fucking JoyCon. Like I literally straight just wanted to hijack that shit. Just take it up. Fuck niggas. Niggas want to come to war with me. I'm all about the blah blah blah. But then I was like, it's off the strength of his brother Nine, his family, and the fact that I know Etika doesn't. There's certain aspects of the JoyCon Boys he does not like, and he was trying to get away from it. And it's just straight off that. I just left it alone. I'm keeping it 1 billion. I just left it alone. Then when the arguments and the fights started happening within the community, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not a part of this shit. And I was just like, well, time to go and do what I got to go do. And that's why I kind of just kept the distance from it. But then I started seeing that there's certain people who did not want to let go of what the JoyCon Boys is supposed to be about. I wanted to do something. So that's why my role really is just mentorship and just giving any type of advice or experience that I have that's connected to Etika. And hopefully somebody will rise from the ranks on some Transformer shit with Optimus Prime when he gave the Matrix to fucking Ultra Magnus. He's like, Prime, I'm not worthy. And Optimus Prime was dying. He was like, nor was I. And I was like, yo, that's what I'm waiting for that. But it's getting annoying because I'm like, yo, bro, it's like 5 years later. Nobody gonna pick this up. So then now if Triforce does it, like then niggas gonna, oh, see, Triforce is just trying to use Etika, blah. And that's what I'm avoiding. But I'm a hypocrite to my own shit that I told Aras. Because I'm supposed to say, man, fuck what people think. But it's only because you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm 47, bro. So like it just wouldn't, to me, it just wouldn't look right. 47-year-old man taking up Etika's thing. So that's mainly the reason why I don't say fuck what people think and just do it myself. So I'm like, maybe I can mentor someone to do it. And that's why I'm here trying to help Aras. I was trying to help Nine. I was trying to help anyone who's willing to just take the mantle and run. And so far, you know, we're still at the starting line, which is crazy.
Yeah, I understand 100%. Yeah, we got to move the needle sometime. We have to, because that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Is like, man, like, do we want what he believed in that freaking video to be true? If we
hold on, y'all. I got one last thing to say before I dip out. I'm on my the floor of my dorm. I just have to get in the elevator real quick. I've been listening and I still am. I'll just be right back.
No problem. Take your time. Take your time. You're good. You're good. You were saying something?
Yeah. The thing here is that it's gonna require someone who's just gonna say it doesn't matter. The question should no longer be asked, what does the JoyCon Boys want? Someone's just gotta get up and just do. Fuck what everybody think. It is better to do something and people argue about it, what's being done, than say nothing and do nothing. Because somebody just got to get up and do.
Because that stagnation will just lead to irrelevancy, and then everybody loses.
And you want to hear something funny? That's why I brought up Kaisana and I Show Speed. When you kind of think about it, JoyCon Boys are irrelevant. They are. The spirit of the JoyCon Boys, it already exists in them too. They've carried it and moved forward. So when you really think about it, it doesn't matter whether the JoyCon Boys wanna sit here and argue and mourn forever. Like, I put money to it that there are JoyCon boys that are fans of Kai Cenat and ISO Speed, and they're already over there.
For sure.
They're not gonna sit here and wait for shit. They're like, nah, I'm out. So for whatever there is in the JoyCon Boy community, whatever is left of it, if there is even a community, right? It's about then what will be done. We will push it forward. How are we going to honor Etika's legacy? Or are we going to sit here and relegate his legacy to mental illness and his passing? Which is wild. That's just crazy. I think that's a huge disservice to him. I think we can celebrate Etika's passing by doing positive shit in his name. That's way better. That's just me.
It's what would breathe life into this and keep things moving. It's what would probably attract more people, not even just the people who are already supporting to begin with, but that's why I say, get new fresh blood, get new people who are going to be interested in what we've got going on and want to be a part of it. That's what it is.
Well, I think the question that when you say bring new people or the current existing people, their question is, what is it that we got going on?
Exactly. Yeah.
See the problem here?
Yeah. That's the part that's where we hit the issue. Yeah, you're right.
Can't get people to join something that ain't got shit going on. Like, so like, what do we got going on? And that's why I wanted to kind of like even involve the Valkyries in it, because it's like, the way I'm looking at, I'm compartmentalizing this entire thing on even like a military issue, right? Mm-hmm. One of the front lines that we're in is just dead. That front line ain't even moving. Maybe we can reinforce by coming through a flank with a different side to come help and free up that side that's pinned down, that front line that's pinned down. And that's why I was like, should I use the Empire and with the Valkyries or whatever? But remember, dudes was telling Etika, don't fuck with Triforce and the Empire. Blah, blah, blah is going to destroy it. So all that type of shit, the politics behind that and whatever. But like I said, sometimes I just feel like, man, fuck these niggas, man. It's like, I'm just going to just like, I think eventually one of these days, and I swear to you, because I be thinking about it even to this day, if nothing happens to the JoyCon boys soon, yo, real talk, straight dictatorship, like straight Saddam Hussein coming up in this bitch, nigga. I'm running this shit. Take your shit, nigga. Guns come in the room. Al Capone, nigga. I'm running shit now. Wait, what? Who the fuck is you? Oh yeah, he's the boss. Exactly. This nigga can't take us. Bang, kill that nigga. Oh, but like, thanks for trying, man. That guy was brave, but he dead right now. I'm running shit. I feel like just doing that, bro. I really feel like just doing it. But I think I'm just gonna let Aras rock and see what Aras can do with Aras and his company. And if it don't work for Aras and company, I really do believe that, like, cause the shit I got going on over here, bro. These girls are gonna be working with Rihanna soon. And no, don't let Rihanna sign these girls and whatnot, because she signs these girls. We get enough money. I'm coming straight war, guns and everything. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm running the JoyCon boys now. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm running. Triforce, shut up. That's it. And I'm like, y'all had the last 5 to 6 years, ain't nobody doing shit with it. We can't let Etika go out like this. Not like this. Not like this. So that's where I'm standing. So I'm just trying to be fair and give as much time. You know, maybe people got school, people got work, people are in disarray, they just don't know necessarily what to do. So I'm trying to mentor, give ideals so that people can come up with it. But I'm letting the demons know, y'all niggas is on borrowed time. I get to a certain position, this shit goes nowhere, I'm coming in all war. I'm murdering all you niggas. Straight up, get ready. When I come in on some Michael, what's the guy's name from the Bible? Saint Michael, or what is it? Angel Michael? What is his name? Archangel Michael? Yeah, coming in fire sword. Yeah, I'm chopping off all you niggas' heads straight Legend of Zelda shit, nigga. Master sword. I'm wiping all you niggas out. And I do not consult with demons. Don't come to me. No, Triforce, chill. I'm on your side. Nah, nigga, nah, it's too late, nigga, nah. Nope.
Evisceration, man. That's what it is.
Evisceration, that's it. Nope.
Gone.
Can we talk about Etika's I'm sorry post and what the live chat was like? Because that post was premiered at 12 a.m. I don't know. I never saw that chat. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Me personally, I don't want to even see that chat. Here's why. All it will induce is trauma. Why relive that? Sorry for the silence. I'm actually just reading the chat and trying to catch up.
Yeah, I haven't even been able to catch up either.
JoyCon Boys was built on gaming news. Why not just get back to doing that? DJ, that's a good question. Here's why I believe it shouldn't do that. Just that. Because although it started there, it evolved from that. Yeah. From just that. Let me say that. So there's nothing wrong with doing gaming news, but that's not what the JoyCon, that's not what Etika left the JoyCon Boys at. It was more than just gaming news.
That was only like a piece after a while. It was only like a piece of what he was doing.
You don't want to devolve the JoyCon Boys by regressing it. You want to find out where it last was and evolve it from there and move forward. Like I said, I think my opinion, this is what behind the scenes that nobody people are not. We hit up 9. We was thinking about getting Aras, 9, and a handful of dudes from the JoyCon Boys community come down to Jamaica. Come like think of it like a trilateral commission or some shit like that. And where they would come down to Jamaica and they have a vacation, stream it, go to the beach, go out for food, go to the arcade that we have down here, have fun, get bitches, talk anime, get an Airbnb, do the sleepover thing. And I think once that activity is done or being done, I think the action is what's needed. No offense to the stream. I don't mean to disrespect the stream, but this is not it.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the action needs to be done. And that's what we were planning. We were planning that earlier in the year. There was a time it was going to get sped up, but something and was supposed to happen in November, but then some nonsense came up. And then we're like, no, fuck it. Let's finish off the year and let's look towards January. No, let's look towards 2025. So there's Carnival in 2025. And I'm trying to set up something where in Carnival, we can get the JoyCon Boys to come down for Carnival. Anybody who doesn't know what Carnival is, go to Kai Cenat stream, type in Google right now. If you're not looking, type in Kai Cenat at Carnival 2024 this year. And you'll see what Kai Cenat did. My man came down. My man was in the streets with everybody in Jamaica dancing, enjoying himself and the whole 9 yards with his Kai Cenat men or whatever you call them and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, why can't the JoyCon Boys just come to and see? I'm not trying to dick eat myself or yank my own shit, but what Kai Cenat did is what I told Etika to come and do back in 2017. And these demonic motherfuckers was like, nah, don't fuck Triforce. I swear to I don't swear to God. I highly believe if Etika had come down to Jamaica and just came and just did his thing down here, not to live, obviously, but like just get out of it's the same thing like with David Chappelle, right? When the industry was driving this nigga, making David Chappelle stressful, David Chappelle just left and went to Africa And everyone's like, oh, he's crazy, he's on crack and whatever. But he needed that detox. And this is why I don't think, this is why I'm not going to argue with anybody. Your people who believe Etika had mental illness and stuff like that. Like, the way I see mental illness is completely different from the situation with Etika. Etika was under a lot of duress and pressure.
For sure.
And the pressure that he was going through, right? The pressure that he was going through, there's some form of illness, mental issue going on with Etika, because we know Desmond started to hate Etika. So when I look at it, it's Desmond felt like there was no way to get rid of Etika other than to kill him. So Desmond killed Etika, literally.
Yeah.
And because he wanted to be him. And since he couldn't be him, there's some type of internal fight. So I can understand when people bring up the mental illness in terms of that. But I think, so my part on that now is I believe that there was too much pressure. There's so much pressure on him for what he was potentially to be. People don't understand, like, this man came from the homeless. He came from a very homeless situation. My man fought hard to get the fuck out of that situation. And he got the first taste of freedom outside of being homeless, right? Yep. To the point where he had a huge audience. He was having a great time on the stream. Got a girlfriend, moved to Midtown Manhattan, $5,500 per month apartment. I would have ill-advised against that, especially coming out of poverty. I'd have just gotten a small little, nice little room. I don't think Etika had any good mentorship or management, although I was trying. But I failed because niggas was trying to tell him stay away from me and all this other nonsense. And yes, if anyone's like, oh, Triforce is mad salty about that. Yes, I am fucking salty, cocksuckers, because I knew I could have done. There's a lot of things I've done in my life growing up that I made mistakes in, and I believe that if I learned from a lot of those mistakes. I've lost like 3 gaming houses. I lost my first wife. I lost my mother. I lost my father. And I believe all of those negative things that happened, experiences. Thank you. Yeah. All those negative experiences made me stronger. And I'm like, okay, so since I survived those things, right? And I know the mental battle that goes on in my life. And I was able to survive it. I felt that, like, that experience that I went through, I could share that with Etika to help make him stronger, to get past that. But Etika didn't have that. He had issues with his family. He had issues with his girlfriends. He isolated himself from his close friends. The demons was telling him to stay away from people that could mentor him and whatever. And he tried to go about it alone. These things that I'm saying is not my opinion. Listen to the nigga's suicide speech. He tells you this himself. So it's not Triforce what Triforce thinks. Listen to the man. And he tried to go on his own, and he said it. I'm not strong enough, so I'm going to take the coward's way out. What you mean? He's going to kill Etika. So he killed him. So I was like, damn, man, if we had just got this nigga out of that stressful situation, give the man a breather, he'd have been good. But they trapped him up in that shit. And that was it. When I lost my wife and then I lost my gaming house and my mother died, I was going through the same pressures. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And the empire was crumbling. Members of the empire was leaving. I was living in the park, sleeping in the snow and shit like that with nowhere to go. I was homeless. I was in the street and blah, blah, blah. And you know what I did? I said, I got to get the fuck out of here or this shit's going to kill me. So on some Street Fighter shit, Jamaica, I was out. I was fucking out. I was like, nah, niggas is not catching me sick. The ops is not catching me in these streets. Not in New York. I'ma die in Jamaica, my nigga. It's then the ops is not catching me in the streets. So I left. When I came here, new wife, new life, new family, new direction. I got a breather. I was able to sit back and in retrospect, look back at certain things. what did I do wrong? Where did I was able to look at myself, take accountability where I was wrong, look at where people did me wrong, forgive the situation, and said, all right, so here's where we currently are. What can I do to preserve the empire and then move it forward? And I wanted to bring that experience to Etika. But I couldn't. Stop making it about yourself, Triforce. I can't. I have to make it about myself. Etika's dead. So yeah, I can only reflect on what I could have, should have, would have, and couldn't. That's all I can do. So eat a dick, library.
And if I may chime in, the reality is, and I'm going, and I hope you really do take this in the best of faith when I say this, but unlike a lot of us, Triforce here was in the position to be able to say, what if I did this? What if I was given the opportunity to do that? So there's nothing wrong with him giving context, because context is key. Context is key to any and everything, right? Why did it end the way that it did? Some things are not as crazy as they sound when you have the context clues to put the pieces together and understand, okay, X happened, Y happened, and Z was the result. It's really that simple. And when you break it down that way, you can also entertain the possibility of a different result had there been a different outcome through different decisions, through different possibilities. Some people don't like to talk about what ifs. I get it. But the reality is, again, in his position, and I'm speaking about you while you're here right next to me, right? But in your position, in Triforce's position, he might have been able to actually do something, having spoken to the man, spent time with the man, known the man better than 99% of us.
a lot of people don't, a lot of these guys don't know, and because some of them are new, that they don't know me or whatever the case may be, but I lived with Etika for a short period of time. They don't know that. I like my ticket to go back to Jamaica that C&D bought me and stuff like that. That ticket got expired because I stayed too long in America. I stayed too long in America and I had to raise money to get a new ticket. And when I had no place to go, I lived with Etika. I slept on the man's couch. That entire, the video where you see me come in and all that other shit, and we're doing the evisceration video, nigga, I was sleeping over. I was there for like 3 weeks. I did an entire series and vlogs with him. I'm not saying that, oh, that makes me the preeminent person to know Etika, because to be honest with you, I don't know Desmond Pofo outside of the Etika legacy. So let me make that distinction. I don't, because I didn't grow up with him. I didn't live with him long enough. I'd have to live with him for years to be able to get to know the person. I was only living with him for a short period of time, less than a month. But those days that I was there, because his life is Etika and he was living his life of Etika, there's a lot of things that I was able to learn about Desmond and his Etika persona, what he was trying to do. We had conversations and talks. We went out to dinner and stuff like that, chilled with him. Me, him, we went to some YouTube event to meet up with Danny, Danny and his wife, what's his name, C&D, and all those. So there's things that we've done and we was chilling. So and then obviously the 30 days at the Nintendo Switch line and all that other stuff. So there was a good significant time that I even knew that. All when I left, went to Jamaica, and then they had the Switch anniversary and they brought me back down, and it was me, Etika, and C&D and Irvin and the rest of the guys and blah blah blah. So I've spent a significant time with him to have some ideal of an understanding of what he wanted, what he was trying to do. And that's why I kind of, it just bothers me to talk about these things, because it's like, damn, what if? It always comes up to a what if. So that's why I'm even brought in. That's why it sounds like I'm talking about myself, because it's retrospect, and you got to look back at certain things. And he's not here, and it's not necessarily me talking about myself. I'm talking about him. However, I'm using myself as to kind of look back in retrospect, because that's all I can do. Who else am I gonna fucking use? I can't vicariously look at retrospect of Etika through someone else. That's impossible. I can only use myself. So that doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
Wait a minute. Is Library of Aras? That's not Aras. That's a fake Aras, isn't it?
No, I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him.
Oh, okay. Because the person is using his same.
Let me see.
Icon. See, demons, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know.
Gotta run Aras out of New York. City ain't big for both of us. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh man.
And some of these guys, I don't even recognize you guys. A lot of you guys are new to me. A lot of you guys are new to me. I don't know a lot of you guys, honestly. But yeah, it has been 2,000 days, to be honest with you. Wait a minute. No, it's 2001. Because last time I checked, it was 1,997, and 4 days passed. Or is this the third day?
Let me see.
Is it 2,000 days? We'll go to 9's channel. We go to 9.
Yeah, I'm literally doing the same thing right now.
9 keeps up on it. Let's keep it a billion. 9 keeps up on that shit.
See, 6 months ago, 1,796. Let me see a video. Let me see here. I think we're darn near. Honestly, hold on.
No, it's either today or we're a day past.
Yeah,
it's one of the two. Where's oh my goodness, just hit this Triforce. Where is he? That's it. 1 second, guys. Give me a second.
Sorry for the silent. Yeah.
No. I'm actually looking for something because. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Let me see here. Those are all pins. Was this today? No. Go to the link tree. I forgot he did a podcast with Jagan. That's crazy. I forgot he actually did a podcast with Jagan.
You mean Cardinal 9? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And the funny thing is that Jagan is the same guy. We had this moniker called Waifu God, and we wanted Jagan to be the waifu god. All of this was to try to like form a homunculus version of Etika on some fucking, what's the name of this anime? What the fuck? Why can't the anime's right on the tip of my tongue? Full Metal Alchemist.
Good times. Good anime. Good anime there. Not even good. Great.
Wait, wow, that's crazy. I don't think timeout.
Let's see, we got a boy in here. My boy Morris saying 1997 days or 4 days ago.
Yeah, see, it's 2001. I knew it.
Yeah.
It's 2001. Because 2000 was yesterday.
Let's see here.
Who the fuck is this? Oh, this guy's a clown. Batman and some guy did some meme of Batman and Batman and Iron Man fighting, and it's them throwing money at each other, and then you
Of
see
course.
Spider-Man crawling on the floor picking up the money.
Oh no, you can't. You can't make this. That's actually perfect. Oh man. Oh man.
Shared that. Did you what's the word for this thing here? Did you collaborate them, Sash? Yeah, no, they took it.
Roger's interview, EJ, should be hopefully at the start of next year. Hopefully. Yeah. We never. I don't even think we addressed it publicly. A lot of different circumstances. Just complete it. Our initial plan just fell through. Everybody got busy. It was just bad timing. Nobody really saw it coming. But we should be able to double back soon.
What are you doing right now, Sash? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Don't forget to share it throughout on this stuff. Well, yeah, just to share this. Sorry about this. Sorry about that, guys. Give me one moment. So
No problem. You're good.
that's the plan 2025. I want to see if you guys are down with it. If you guys will be willing to come to Jamaica.
Yeah, I think a good chunk of us would probably be down for it. I won't speak for myself because I don't know what I'm gonna be up to. I've been going a lot of changes actually behind the scenes for myself personally, but I digress. I'd like to see that happen regardless, whether or not I could personally be involved. I would like to see that happen regardless. I think that's what it would take. I think making a move, putting something on display for everybody to see shows that we're still out here, shows that things are still happening, things are still going on, taking that step forward. It's not even just a matter of it's a good idea. It's mandatory. You have to start somewhere.
Think of remember the big gaming house at C&D and Etika, and I went to for what was it, E3 in LA. We bought a big ass house. I think Roger was there, but it was Nathaniel was there. There's a bunch of them. It was a bunch of content creators. They all went there. That would be the same. It would be the same exact context, but it's just not in America. It's on a tropical island.
For sure, which is
so I don't,
probably better.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah,
you guys want to put your money towards something, and nobody, if you're wondering, oh well, we don't want you to have the money. Triforce, nigga, fuck you. I don't want. I'm already here. I'm already on the island. I don't need the money. Give that money to Aras. You guys find representatives, like 3 or 4 representatives that you want, or to come to Jamaica. Put the money together. Ship those guys here. We'll set up something. We'll get to work. Put your money towards that. That's what Etika would have done. No, he wouldn't. Yes, he would, because he already did it. So shut up. That's exactly what he would have done. I'm sorry, I'm over here sharing a bunch of shit. Some candy stuff. No Elon. I'll send it to this girl, that girl, Bree, John. Oh, nope. This, that. And if Cardinal would only answer his motherfucking
I was about to say, have you spoken to him lately?
Bro, we send this nigga an Instagram. Every time now I upload something to Instagram, we send that nigga some shit. We always send him. So he just don't answer. I don't know what the deal is. Me personally, I ain't got no problems with him. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to.
No,
don't want to fuck with niggas anymore.
We could probably talk about that. I can probably shed a little bit of insight. Talk about later.
We're gonna drag his ass to Jamaica too. Sometimes just gotta grab a nigga and just be like, fuck over here. And that's how it works. Oh, we haven't said that girl stuff in a long time, yo. Alethea Road Duck. Oh, we got a call in, but I'm not gonna. Let us send it. That won't hurt anyone to send it to him. Okay, and send that. Boom, boom, and then let me go to this. So let me go back to the chat.
Yeah. We got one boy asking about a visa if it's needed for travel.
No, if you're American, you don't. If you're American, you don't need a visa to come here.
There you go.
If you're American, you don't need any visa to come in. And you can always say you're coming down for Cardinal.
We got DJ saying it might be easier to reach Cardinal 9 on TikTok.
I didn't know he had a TikTok. Me personally. I would have to go. I see you on TikTok. Anybody who talks to 9, let him know Triforce is trying to hit him up through his wife Instagram. So, like, bro. That's when he flipped over Prime 4. Or stream E3 20. Yeah. Instagram girls. Y'all remember that video for CNB and Etika? Instagram girls? That's new. What's that about? What's that about, War?
Oh, what was it? Let me see. Hold on, who are we talking about? Hold on. Is that... Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. I see now. Yeah. Let him know. Let him know.
Let me see something. I will text him. I got you, Triforce. That's Morris. I haven't spoken to him in a minute. It was on CND's channel. I used to keep up with him. I even got a 9. Oh,
word.
It's a video from 2008. It was a collab video CND did with Etika. Okay. Oh, word? What was it about? I've never seen that.
I think you might be able to link it, EJ, if you can. I think you should be able to. I think.
Oh, they failed to send to him? Dead ass? That's what we out here doing? That's crazy. Yo, Trap, how you blocking shit, bro? One minute. I'm just finished sending this out. So, E Banks, even though he most likely won't answer. No, don't send it to him.
Oh, there we go. Okay, the link's in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Yo, where's my boy Jarion, bro? I haven't spoke to Jarion in eons. Let's see. All right, thank you. Thanks. Pop out and say some for JoyCon Boys. We sent him with the donuts. BJ got a pop out. Oh, what's this? Let me click it. Can I click it?
Yeah, the link. That's to the video, the collab.
All right, let me see this. What is this playing? Yeah, this is on pause. All right. Oh, I gotta beat this thing. Or reverberate. All right, Etika needs to stop. That's crazy. That was crazy. That nigga Etika open the door. He's taking a shit.
I've never seen this.
We're just gonna be exploring Instagram, okay? And we're really bad at doing that. You'll see, so please, like you want a verification already, though. I know. What?
Hold on, let's go on. There's a girl called Hylania. I like that Zelda socks of hers. That shit's godlike.
What? So apparently there's other collectors and stuff out there that also just happen to be very good.
See? They're online looking at Zelda girls.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I remember now. Yeah. I remember watching. Yeah.
That's way better than my collection. I'm just saying. I'm
I'm actually looking at a collection. I have all of those.
Yeah. I gotta say, like, shout out to her, shout out to all these people, like, all she was. I know, like, I'm not too much. Yeah. I don't know. So, like, I don't know, like, Instagram is some old style thing. Like,
Yeah, it is. This is classic for sure. Good times.
There was my boy C&E was out here tracking down chicks. I respect it. I respect it. See, this is what I'm talking. This is the shit that they were on. And I don't understand why this isn't being done. That video right there, CJ. What the? Oh, there's a chat. That video right there is a prime example. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Is it me? Or sometimes your YouTube, you be watching a YouTube video and it just times out on you and it says this reload. The screen goes white and there's a reload button just come up. Does that happen to y'all?
I've never heard of that one. That's new.
That shit's been happening to me recently. That's crazy. And I'm like, why is that happening? That just happened like for like the fourth time.
That's strange.
This was after he moved to Brooklyn. Yes, that is a classic video that I never seen before.
Man.
The stream gives the Etika vibes, gives me Etika vibes. But see, that's the point, because that's what Etika was. That's what Desmond was trying to be about. That's what it was, and like that just stopped. Nobody does that anymore. I don't understand why. If Etika and C&D is online looking at gaming chicks playing Zelda and having a Zelda collection and shit like that, I don't understand. Like, why we don't follow up with that? What happened to the JoyCon girls? I don't shit like this is what I'm talking about, bro. I don't understand it. Like, how is this not 5 years after his passing? We out here still, man.
Yeah.
Jamaican Wi-Fi will be like, no, because I'm on Digicel fiber 400 up and down. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, this is not. I know it's a third world country, bro, but like we don't fly Wi-Fi off of Eagles and shit. Like it has a Digicel is not even a Jamaican company, but like the country actually has a significant first world Wi-Fi. It's just that the whole country isn't. The whole country it hasn't been. It's still in development. I only got that glitch on the console version of YouTube. It goes down in the DMs. It probably does. It most likely did. I mean, I didn't say it probably does. It most likely did. So these are the type of things, that type of thing, you got to even look at it like, look at C&D. C&D, even though Etika passed, C&D kept it moving, bro. You got to keep it moving. You got to do it for the homie. You can't just stand there and just not do nothing. Like standing there and doing nothing, that dishonors the fallen or the past. You got to keep moving, bro. Keep them in your prayers and let their essence live vicariously through what's being done.
Yeah.
So that's really all I really got to say on the matter. Some things are in the works for 2025. I'm going to try to put something together for Aras, the JoyCon Boys, and Cardinal, and the rest of you guys. and then we just see what happens. And if it don't work, then I just go Donald Trump. I just become fucking Xerxes and shit. Come the God Emperor. Fuck that. And just move, like, just throw arrows and blot out the sun. Just move, bro. Just move.
What's that meme? What's that meme? Look at me, I am the captain. That's one of my favorites.
It's gotta be like that. People are not gonna like it. Oh well. But Triforce, yeah, whatever. Shut up. It's gotta be like, and then we see where it goes from there. Hopefully, something good comes out of it, because that's all you can really do is just push forward and hope for the best. But on that note, bro, I actually got to dip up out of here. I got some stuff to do. I actually have a very important phone call I should have made an hour ago. I got to get that done. But thanks for having me. Thank you and Aras for having me to come on and drop my thoughts on the entire situation. Get ready for 2025, all right?
For sure. Thank you. Stay safe and take care of yourself, sir. Hopefully we can talk again soon.
No problem. You too. Stay up.
Peace. My friends. And mind you, this started out as just a test stream, but here we are. Wow. That was a really good freaking conversation, if you ask me. This is exactly what I said, man. I value Triforce's perspective. I value his insight. I mean, this guy's been doing it for a long freaking time. Those of you that don't know, that may be newer to some of these details within the community and whatnot, he's been at this for a very freaking long time. And a lot of the sentiments that he shared here, man, I pretty much agree with. So that's what it is. And we're going to keep it pushing. Hopefully we can finally turn this freaking thing around. That being said, man, I don't want to take up too much of the rest of you guys this time. You know, we've been at this for I don't even know how long. Oh, what the? It's 2 hours. We've been here for over 2 hours. How about that? That's something else. Well, man. Again, I appreciate you boys. I appreciate you guys coming through, contributing to the conversation and whatnot. Just hearing what everybody has to say. I felt that this time around we really all did get to just give unfiltered thoughts and whatnot. I think that's what was needed. And again, not everybody has to agree with these particular takes and whatnot, but I gotta tell you, man, if we keep repeating what we've been doing, it's not gonna get us anywhere. It's not gonna get us further, and it's probably not gonna get us where we want to be. Eventually, we gotta move the chess piece. We gotta get something rolling, and so ideally, that's what's coming. That all being said, wow. Again, this is like the first, my first, I think, live stream here on this channel. Thank you guys for joining me with that. I hope you all are doing well, especially mentally and physically. It's two sides of the freaking coin. You guys have got to take care of both. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll drop a stream like this every now and then. It'll specifically be the short streams. I want to give thanks to Aras for coming through for a little bit, chatting with us. I want to once again give some thanks to Triforce. I want to shout out EJ Lennon. I want to shout out Chicken Dog. I want to shout out Zurus. I want to shout out all you guys in the chat. DJ Stocky. I want to shout out Morris frickin' Young. This dude works hard behind the scenes. He is in fact a real one. You guys are all freaking real ones. Let me be real. That all being said, I hope you guys are able to, because we're gonna have to leave this up. We're gonna have to leave this stream up. We're gonna leave it up for you guys to be able to watch after the fact. So if you're watching this after the fact, I really hope that you guys take in what's being said. Take your time, process it, what have you. If you disagree at the end of the day, that is all good. But we got to start making things popping because it's JoyCon Boys forever, not today and then that's it. It's forever. That being said, I see Arrington. We see you're in the chat. You're a real one too, brother. You guys are all real ones. Multiverse, you're a real one as well. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for being. I want to say this too. Before I freaking wrap up, because we are getting around that time. 2 hours plus, man. God dang. It's been a while since I've done one this long stream anyway. But look, I want to thank you guys for being welcoming to me specifically, as in a lot of ways I feel that I'm still the new kid. Again, this is being like the first freaking stream I've done for you guys, man. Like I feel like I'm still kind of the new kid on the block in a way. But I'm gonna keep working hard. A lot of these boys are working hard, and I'm just hoping that you guys finally get to see what everybody's been doing. Yeah, mad late. Hey, it'll be up. The stream will be up. You'll be able to watch it back. And that being said, again, let me not take up too much more of you guys' time. As always, I'm going to say this again. I said it a minute ago. I'm going to say it again. You got to stay safe. You got to take care of yourselves, both mentally and physically. It is two sides of the freaking coin. Y'all got to take care of both. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm sending love. I'm sending well wishes. Best regards. And as always, it's JoyCon Boys forever. Have a darn good one. Peace.